think it's plainly obvious why I'm not a skateboarder. I'll just put everyone else out of business, and that's just not fair on them, is it? So I'm not fooling anyone with my skateboarding skills. I'm absolutely hopeless at it, always have been, and probably always will be. But some guys who do have some skills are the Braille skateboarding guys. Now, I love watching their stuff on YouTube. I watch every video they do, and they have a really cool feature called You Make It, We Skate It. And I fancied taking part myself. Now, I have got a skateboard deck. Now, I'm sorry guys, this is just the cheapest one I could find on eBay. It's, as you can see, unbranded. It's probably crap, but seeing that I'm going to be giving it away, I'm going to be a bit of a cheapskate, so you guys are going to have to deal with it. I'm sure you guys have ridden a lot worse. A lot of the skateboards that people have sent in to get ridden have been pretty wild. I've seen crazy shaped boards, I've seen boards made out of foam, I've seen boards made out of welded steel, and even boards like bed and nail boards, which look like the most uncomfortable thing ever. So I thought I'd give this a try. What I'm going to do with you guys is combine my love of bikes with the skateboard and try and make something a bit more comfortable for you guys, and maybe see if it works, make an inflatable grip tape for you. I've never seen it done before, and in my head it'll work. I'm gonna try and build it now, so fingers crossed. Now, I've been absolutely racking my brains about how to even get an inflatable grip tape. I thought about getting just a mountain bike tire and spreading it and nailing it around the edges with an inner tube on the inside. I've thought about inner tubes with tape wrapped around them, but I wanted something a bit more durable, and I'm pretty sure those just wouldn't work in the first place. I've been experimenting with tubeless on my trials bike, and one idea that got suggested to me, which I tried, was to use a roadie tubular tire around the rim. Now that means I had a few tires left over, like this one. This was my first experiment. I thought if I cut the ends off, plugged them, look at that, they're just corks in the end of there with a bit of wire around them. I thought I could then wrap it around the skateboard and somehow get it to work, and that's an awful idea. Don't know what I was even thinking of. Now, that was a 700C tire, which is pretty big. I also had a 24-inch size as well, which seems to be a bit of a better fit. I didn't think that folding the tire would work, but actually, here's one I made earlier. Folding the tire and gluing it actually is pretty much a spot-on fit for the board. So, you know what, I think this could work, and I'm pretty excited about this. So I figured I need about 4 tires for this. That's 1, 2, and I've got a couple more here. So I've got a lot of gluing to do. Right, so the first thing I need to do is put some air in these tires just to make it a little bit easier. So I'll just get on with that. Right, so there we go. That is all the tires inflated. Now I've got to just glue them together to all look like this one. I tried a couple of glues for this. I tried contact cement, which worked pretty well, but the winner by far was Gorilla Glue, so that's what I'm going to use now. Now, I'm pretty sure it's going to be really important to determine where the valves are going to go. I don't want it at the end, so you guys are going to be doing some slides down some ledges, in the middle somewhere. I don't want it to mess up with the trucks, so if it's in the wrong place, guys, and you end up grinding and damaging the valves, I'm sorry, I just don't know where else to put them. Okay, so I think as close to the trucks as possible, I reckon that's the best place to do it. So I reckon just an elastic band around there, just to hold it in place will do. Right, so once I determine where the valve's going to be, I just put an elastic band around, but also I reckon it needs taping. And if you're using Gorilla Glue, it may as well use Gorilla Tape. Right, I don't think I'll be able to glue this all in one go, so I've just gone and taped it in a couple of places. I'll just add some glue, tape it again, and just repeat for all the tires. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna have to skip all over this because who wants to watch glue dry? Right, so that's all of the tyres glued up. All I've got to do now is wait for that glue to cure, and then I can stick them to the deck. While they're drying, I think it's pretty important to give something for the glue to key on the deck. So I'm just gonna go give this a good old sand. I'm lazy, so I'm just gonna use an angle grinder and a sanding disc. Right, so that's the board all sanded. Hopefully that'll give the glue something to hold on to. Now, one thought I've had, which would be a disaster if I forgot, that once these are glued on, you're not going to get the truck bolts on. So, fortunately for you guys, at Braille, I've got some bolts. I'm going to save you the bother. Now, if you guys ever watch Braille, they only ever use 2 bolts per truck, so that's all you guys are going to get. So let's see, I reckon a couple of colourful ones and a couple of black ones, that'll do you. And yeah, you're not going to be able to get an Allen key into the top of this, so I'm just going to have to glue these in or something. So yeah, hopefully I get this right. So what I just did there was these bolts were sticking quite proud of the deck, so I just had to squish them in just to make that counter so they won't stick out quite so much. Right, so I think that's everything I can do for now. Everything's glued up, the glue's curing nicely, the deck's sanded, I've glued in the truck bolts. So I'm gonna leave this all set for now. I'm gonna go ride my bike or something, and I'll be back in a couple of hours, and hopefully we can get this finished. Right, so that's been a couple of hours now. The bolts are well and truly stuck in there, so hopefully they're not gonna spin. The glue looks like it's pretty much set. Certainly set well enough for me to take off, well, not certainly, let's try taking off these elastic bands. Yeah, that works fine. So the next step is basically the final step. I just need to attach these to the deck. So I'm just going to rip off all these elastic bands and tape and then figure out that next step. Right, so that's all the tubes done, and I need to figure out where these valves are going to go and drill some holes. I've got a drill, get that done. It's probably really good ways of doing this, measuring things, getting it spot on, but I'm a lazy man, so I'm just going to do it by eye. I reckon about there. Sweet, I reckon that'll do. It's going to overhang at the edges a little bit, but you know, it's never going to be perfect. Hopefully Aaron and the guys will still be able to ride it, so I'm happy with that. Just need to do the rest of them now. Right, well I drilled that hole in the wrong place, so I'm just to put more holes in this thing. An amateur hour. So there you go, that's roughly what it's going to be like. It's kind of like a skateboard, pretty weighty. I'm sure you guys have done heavier though. Those stainless steel, those rebar skateboards you guys had to ride looked pretty weighty. Basically I just need to glue this on and clamp it down and wait for that to dry, and that will be the finished article. Then you guys can experiment with different pressures and what have you. So let's get on with gluing this down. The thing with Gorilla Glue is it's a water activated, almost expanding foam. So you have, it seems weird just having to wet something before you glue it, but that's what you have to do. It's gluing time. I reckon that might be enough. Let's spread it out a bit. This one goes here. This one goes here, and he goes there, and he goes there. So now I need to get all these in position and either tape or elastic them down. Right, so that's roughly taped into place, a few rubber bands there to help. I actually, when I bought this deck, bought a spare one just in case I completely messed that one up. And I'm actually going to use this one to sandwich these together. Going to find something heavy, put that on top of here, and then hopefully that will really get the glue sticking them all together exactly as they need to be. Now, what's heavy? Right, I have found, I don't know where I've even got it from, but a casket of beer or something, weighed on top, couple of hammers in there just to try and keep the shape, and a lot of glue. It's not going to be pretty by any means, but yeah, hopefully it will do the job. Just need to leave that for a few hours, and yeah, hopefully that'll be finished. So yeah, let's just wait and see. Right, I ended up leaving that overnight. The glue's all set. All I need to do now is just get all this crap off it and see if it's all right. And to be honest with you, it's looking pretty good, even if I do say so myself. It's not going to win any beauty contests, let's be honest, but I think that's classed as an inflatable grip tape. I'm happy with that. It's going to need a bit of cleaning up of all this glue that's come out, but I'm actually pretty stoked on that. After I've cleaned this up a little bit, there's only one thing left to do, that's to send in an application, see if the guys at Braille want to even accept this monster, Frankenstein's monster skateboard thing, and get it sent over to them. So if they're watching this video, which I hope they are, I don't know who's gonna be watching this, hopefully all of you guys, but if it's gonna be Lance, if it's gonna be Aaron, I don't know who's gonna open it first. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope it's other than the weight and the looks, I hope it rides pretty well and is comfy for your feet after those screws and bed of nails boards that you've had. If you are familiar with my videos on my channel, keep an eye out on the Braille skateboarding channel, and hopefully you'll see this being put to some use and abuse at some point in the future. Or if you've come from the Braille skateboarding channel because this has been on it, please feel free to have a look at my channel, check out my other videos of me and my bike. I know it's not skateboarding, but hopefully you guys will enjoy it anyway. Hopefully I'll see you guys again pretty soon. Until then, have a good week guys, and get out on your bikes, get on your skateboards, and have a good time. See you later.